This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. I remember my first management job. It was hell. There I was, surrounded by employees looking to me for direction, even though I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Fire and brimstone everywhere and nothing but a barbed whip and a pool of boiling lava to keep them on the straight and narrow. It was just hell. Fortunately, after a while, you learn. It turns out that a big piece of a manager's job isn't flogging employees with a barbed whip. Indeed, it's simply giving employees the direction they need without using a barbed whip or lowering them into boiling lava. In companies larger than a few people, there's enough work to be done, and the work is so specialized that it's really easy for people to get out of sync. I mean, if Europa is handling the construction of the holding pens for the carnivorous Audrey 2 plants, and Melvin is actually handling the transportation of the plants, they each know only the details of their own project. If Melvin arranges for the Audrey 2s to arrive a week before the restraining barriers are in place, things could get messy. Something needs to keep Melvin and Europa in sync. That is where bosses come in. Even though we're taught to think of a boss as someone who gives orders, most bosses are really pretty bad at being good at giving orders. The place a boss can really add value, though, is in coordinating and making sure that everyone is doing what they need to do at the right time so the company moves forward like a well-oiled machine. So now, instead of everyone coordinating with everyone, they only need to coordinate with the boss. It's the boss who coordinates between people. Whether you're a boss who wants to coordinate with your people, or a people who wants to coordinate with your boss, or both, you can use a brief 5-minute daily check-in. It helps you keep in sync about what you're doing and how it's going. I'll describe the check-in as if you're communicating with your boss, but it could easily go the other way around. First, create a deliverables list. Now, I prefer to do this in a notebook or on a whiteboard. You want it somewhere that you can see and review it. List everything you're currently working on and expected to deliver. Number each item and never reuse a number. For each item, list when it's due and who's expecting it. During your 5-minute check-in, just run down the list of numbers with your boss and give the status of each item. So Europa's list might include Number 89, construct holding pens. Due for Melvin by May 23rd. Status, on track. The status can be on track, done, or late. Done items are great. Yay, they're an excuse to celebrate. Put on paper hats, do cartwheels, sprinkle glitter all around the office. After all, people love glitter. If an item is on track, there's nothing to discuss. But if an item changes from on track to late, you can immediately arrange to work with your boss to figure out how it can be made right again. Once you're through your list of deliverables, review your overall workload. Draw a timeline from now going out a couple of weeks or months. Beneath the timeline, draw horizontal lines that go from now until the due dates of each deliverable. So now, beneath each date on the timeline, you can see how many open projects that you have for that date. Scan the timeline to make sure that your workload is manageable, and if it isn't for any one of those periods, you're talking to your boss, so you can immediately raise the issue if you need more help. Here is how Melvin's check-in with Bernice, his boss, and his schmoopy might go. 97. Arrange for armored car to transport Audrey 2s. Due June 9th. On track. 98. Buy 683 pounds of hamburger meat for the Audrey 2s. Due June 1st. Done. Number 99. Measure holding pen to ensure adequate space. Due June 6th. Late because the architectural plans are taking longer than expected. Immediately, Melvin and Bernice can put their heads together to decide what to do about the late architectural plans and adjust the schedule accordingly. Next, Melvin looks at his timeline and he notices that from now until June 1st, all 3 items are open on his plate. That seems like a manageable workload, so there's no need in this case to rejigger the projects. I've uploaded a quick form that you can use to structure your 5-minute check-in, which you can download at steverrobbins.com/getitdoneguy/359 check-in. That's 359 CHECKIN. steverrobbins.com/getitdoneguy/359 check-in. A 5-minute check-in is a very time-efficient way to keep in sync with what's happening in your work. You'll make sure that there are no surprises, and you'll be coordinated with everyone around you. Just grab your boss and run down your deliverables list, due dates and status of each deliverable, double-check your workload, and you're off and running for the day. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I help CEOs and executives develop high-potential leaders within their organizations. If you want to know more, visit steverrobbins.com. That's STEVERROBBINS.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.